Welcome to Tim and Jake Live, or Thomas.
I'm Jake. You're Tim.
I'm Tim, yeah. Or it's Thomas and Maddy Live. How about we stick with that? Thanks for joining us. A couple of updates to get started right away. Just want to let you know that this upcoming Sunday will be the last Sunday, official Sunday for our Gilbert Contemporary Worship Music Director, Matthew Schwartz. He and his wife, Missy, are pursuing the Lord's call down to Florida to continue ministry and work in that area. So we wish you Godspeed and blessings, Matthew, as you do that. There will be a cake in between services this Sunday, July 25th, as well as a card shower for Matthew and his wife, Missy.
But also, it is Thomas and Emily's last Sunday, this Sunday as well.
Yes.
So cake and card is also for y'all. We're going to miss y'all so much.
Thank you. Yes, it's been a great year, so thank you all for your encouragement and your love and support for both Emily and I, and then for Matthew as well. The following week, we get into August, and we've got a brand new sermon series starting in August called One-Liners. We're going to be looking at some of the more well-known verses in the book of Philippians and really trying to kick off the year with some joy and excitement, some energy. I think there's going to be some fun, not gifts, but tools to help you with these one-liners. So be on the lookout for those. It'll be really exciting stuff. In addition to the new sermon series in August, our worship times are changing a little bit. For some of you, it'll be familiar, back to an older way. We're going to have contemporary worship at 9 and 10:45 still, over in the Life Center at the Gilbert campus. But beginning August 1st on Sundays, traditional worship will be at 7:30 and 9 o'clock. So that 9:30 service will shift back to 9 o'clock. That also means if you worship with us online right now, that worship time will be at 9 o'clock as well and not 9:30. So 7:30, 9, and 10:45 on the Gilbert campus. Finally, if you are involved in Sunday school and confirmation or love to be involved in those things, look for some more information about start dates for that in the next couple of weeks as we start to really gear up for the next school year and the next year ahead with all that. So those are your updates, your need-to-know information. We're going to talk a little bit about internships, vicarage, and some other things this morning.
Yeah, just as the year is starting to come back around, school starts at Christ Greenfield August 4th. You're going back to school.
That's right.
Concluding this chapter here at Christ Greenfield. Mm-hmm. What have been like some highs and some lows, some things you've learned just in this last year? Yeah,
it's been a really awesome year. One full year at Christ Greenfield, coming to a close this Sunday. Some highs have been the work in a team like this. Really exciting team to be a part of. I've really enjoyed the sermon writing process that we do.
Totally.
Starting with a retreat, maybe 6 months out, really discerning, prayerful, worshiping type of environment.
And you've been pivotal in this next sermon series when we talk about Philippians. Just as we sat in a room, we were like, how can we bring this series to people in a joyful way? So.
Yeah, really exciting kind of change of that's been really cool too, I think, as we gather 6 months out and then maybe 3 months out, 3 weeks out, always discerning, seeing where the Spirit is leading us, what are the scriptures that we need to spend some time with and wrestle with, and making that change, the wise change to pivot from one topic to a topic to really kind of bring some light and life into this time of transition and starting. So that's been a high. Related to that, I've loved being able to preach and teach a fair amount.
Yeah.
Those are some ministry areas that I'm passionate about. I've loved working at La Mesa week after week and getting to be shaped really by that community. I've got my last time with them tomorrow night, so looking forward to that. Yeah. What a great time to fellowship and eat together. That's some will say that Jesus eats his way through the Gospels. So that's something that's really cool that we get to do at La Mesa, is to eat our time together, so to speak, and then to enjoy the Lord's Supper together. Some challenges. I've never been stretched the way I've been stretched here to grow both in confidence, but in my abilities to think strategically, to spend my time wisely, and the challenge to work ahead, right? Because of the sermon writing process, you're thinking like 3 weeks out.
Right.
What an interesting dynamic to be sometimes recording a sermon. There was a time where you were recording a sermon before you preached one live in person.
Right.
You'd preach a sermon for the following week even. So you'd have 2 sermons in your head at a time. So that was an interesting experience. Hard at times, but really good. Not too many lows. I mean, it's really been an awesome year to get to know people, especially as we moved out of more lockdown type circumstances into more fuller expressions of community. Just enjoyed getting to know people and coming together in a small group and get to know people there. And man, it's been an internship like this is a real gift to me and to the vicars before, and they'll come after me.
Awesome. What are you most excited for as you head to St. Louis? Like, what are some things that you get to do this year that you're excited for, or just experiences?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say the number one thing is I do love to read and to study, and so I do look forward to that really in-depth time of class again.
Nice.
I enjoy it. It's what I've been doing for a number of years actually lately, right? You know, undergraduate work and to seminary. I'm comfortable in the classroom, and so I do look forward to that. Some exciting classes.
Awesome.
Thinking about the Psalms, for example, is one that I'm looking forward to.
Oh, that's cool.
Spending a whole time with the Psalms, looking at the Lutheran Church and its history in the United States.
Yeah.
So excited about that. Lots of fun opportunities there. I'm probably looking forward most to the community life at the seminary. It's such a unique experience. I've only had that type of experience in a few places. Camp comes to mind.
Right.
This kind of almost a set apart type of place where the world works in a different way almost, and time moves differently, and just this very intentional kind of living situation. It's a very unique time to kind of rest and recharge in some ways, and be with a lot of the other vicars, my close friends that I haven't seen for a year. So looking forward to that. I recently got news that I'll be working with a church.
Oh, awesome.
So looking forward to that, doing some care and some visitation and some midweek service there.
Totally.
So lots to look forward to. And right away, the process for a call pretty much starts. So
wow, yeah.
In September, I think, is when some of that interviewing with the director of placement and then with different congregations will come, I think, as early as October.
Nice.
So
that is really cool. I think just like the intentionality of seminary, but also I think of like church and what Jesus calls us to is like that intentionality with people, and that you said you got to rest and recharge before you got out in your call. But how can, I don't know, when you said that, I was like, wow, how can I, who I'm not leaving, I'm not taking a call, like I'm here at Christ Greenfield, how can I find that intentionality to rest and recharge just in our everyday?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great question to think about. That's, I joked about, Jesus eats his way through the Gospels.
Right.
I don't think that's on accident. There's something about this time where we're eating together, where we get to have this. It's a shared experience and a shared need. We need to eat. We need to be with one another, and food is a great place to start that. To share a table together with other people. To spend time in prayer, to eat, to fellowship, to laugh, to cry, to do whatever it is, to just enjoy that moment. And I think the Spirit's at work in those times to mold us and shape us. And they're really kind of this time of rest and then kind of a sending out of a recharged soul, somebody ready to go and share the hope that we have.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like the small groups. Thomas and I are in a small group together, and just how we're able to eat and connect. I think, I don't know. Yeah, that's just such like a glimpse of what Jesus calls his disciples to him to do, and what he did in the Gospels.
Yeah, awesome. So that's kind of about me. What are you looking forward to this next year with youth ministry and your role at Christ Greenfield? What are you looking forward to?
I am so excited to work with Rachel. That will be a really just awesome experience. She, with her teaching background, I have a theology degree, so sometimes it'll be nice to just have someone who has a teaching degree just to walk alongside me in that teaching and really learn from her. So I'm really excited about that. I just got back from Houston.
Okay.
next summer, we're going to the National Youth Gathering in Houston, and a bunch of youth workers went this summer to kind of like scope it out.
Sure.
And it just like is so exciting to see so many youth workers together, all set on fire to reach like this next generation.
Yeah.
But then also, I mean, you've been to NYG.
I have, yes.
It's it is. I don't know if any of y'all have been to NYG, but it's like this like crazy, intentional, like 25,000 youth, all Lutherans, all together.
25,000 high schoolers.
Yeah. And it's just
Praising
like so
Jesus.
fun. And
Yeah.
it's just so exciting to be like, oh my goodness, like it's next summer. And so, I don't know, it's just getting me excited to see kids again, to just really dig in, and for school to start. I think that's going to be awesome. So,
Yeah, spend that time together. I think, what's the theme? In all things. Any words on that?
We're really digging into Colossians and talking about how Jesus is in all things. So all things that we do and all things that we say, Jesus is walking alongside of us and really in all of it. So I think it's an amazing theme to talk about, especially coming out of a pandemic and coming into this just like time where kids need to be reminded that no matter what they go through, Jesus is in all things.
Yeah.
So,
what a powerful story. Anything else you want to share this morning? I don't think I got anything. This is a pretty quick Tim and Jake live, Thomas and Maddy.
Yep.
Want to encourage you, if you have not been in that, it can take lots of different expressions, but it's a great way to experience that intentional community, to have people pray for you, to spend time in fellowship with other people, to learn and grow as you study the scriptures. It's a very, very awesome and exciting time to really be the body of Christ, to be the church in a unique expression of it. So I want to encourage you towards that. We can't wait to see you on campus this next Sunday, July 25th, and beyond. Some new people coming on the team soon.
Totally.
The Prestons in our school and in our worship teams, and then our next vicar, Noah. I don't know if I'll get to meet you guys, but we'd love to have you here at Christ Greenfield. So can't wait, and I'm excited for your roles here to experience maybe a taste of what I've experienced. What a great community to be a part of. So.
And we're so thankful for y'all.
Thank you.
We're gonna miss you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. We'll see you next.